Peace, family. Y'all know who it is. It's Dr. Picard K. Lumumba of LumumbaSpeaks.com back with today's another great show in conjunction, of course, with Beacon Line Network, the Pan African social media extraordinaire and the home of African centered news and information. If you're watching, make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the hype button as well. Here to have a great conversation with you all. Happy Pan African Monday. Today is, of course, August 3rd, 2026, and today, of course, is the birthday of Edward Wilmot Blyden, one of the fathers of Pan Africanism, along with, of course, I'm sorry, um, Henry Sylvester Williams, right? So, once again, family, you're watching, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. So, we're here to discuss the Tuskegee University dress code. We're talking about the institution built by one Booker T. Washington. And we want to discuss, is this respectability politics or professional development? There are some arguing that this is rooted in respectability politics. Others, of course, are averring that this is a form of professional development. Some are even arguing that the policy is anti-black. So definitely want to hear from you all. As you all know, the link is in the description. The link is in the chat. Want to hear from you all on the Tuskegee University dress code. Is it respectability politics or professional development? So one thing about the dress code is that they did not ban bonnets and pajamas from campus. They simply banned it in the cafeteria, in the classroom. Many people may be unaware, but oftentimes when you are an undergraduate, part of the goal is to prepare students for uh, teaching them how to be a professional, right? Some people call it dress for success. I don't like to use that type of terminology, but I think a reasonable person would understand that it is unbecoming to go out in public in a bonnet and pajamas, right? This is sleepwear, right? I saw a post on Facebook where somebody had claimed that where people they compared a hijab to a bonnet. I said, but this is an extremely disingenuous argument. You're comparing sleepwear, of course, with its religious garb, right? So we know that that was, of course, insincere attempt to make to conflate, of course, the issues. But the real issue here is, I think this part of this reveals an eternal problem culturally in the Black community. That for some reason there are individuals in the community that are okay with behavior that is, I would argue, not only unbecoming but extremely nonsensical. Right? I think it's nonsensical to go out in your pajamas, to go out in sleepwear and a bonnet, right, in a robe and house shoes. Right? I've seen this, of course, in my life. Individuals at the grocery store, absolutely nonsensical. But for some reason, these type of views have become a bit omnipresent, almost. Some I would dare say, and so we see that one of the Tuskegee University felt that they needed to create a dress code to address this issue. We do know that many years before, Morehouse University created a dress code addressing particular issues at Morehouse University. So this is something that's taking place. I, of course, attended predominantly white institutions throughout my academic journey, but I did work at the HBCU. But I did see these type of things even at PWIs, right? Unfortunately, the students that were engaging in this behavior were Black, they were African American, example of anti-Blackness in higher education. So tap in, family. Want to hear from you all. Happy once again Pan African Monday. Today, of course, is the birthday of Edward Wilmot Blyden, of course, the father, one of the fathers of Black nationalism. Then, of course, today is also, if I remember correctly, the birthday of Wesley Snipes. But yes, I think today is no. I'm sorry, his birthday is not today. It was July 31st. So, yes, today's the birthday of Wilmot Blyden. So, many people may be unfamiliar with the concept of respectability politics. Most scholars trace the origin of the politics of respectability to the Women's Convention of the Black Baptist Church back in the late 19th century, right? And part of the goal of respectability politics was to behave in a manner that was considered um, respectable, of course, by, of course, the white oppressors. And so that is something that's carried on, of course, in the Black community. But you have some individuals who simply believe behaving in a manner that is untoward is representative of Black culture. I push back against the concept and idea that the policy is anti-Black because Black culture is not rooted in wearing bonnets and sleepwear outside in public. So I will push back against that 100%. But respectability politics, I think there need to be a deeper dive. I don't think you could go anywhere in the world and be taken serious if you're wearing sleepwear in the open public. I don't think even if you were in Wakanda or in a parallel universe, that behavior will be seen as socially acceptable. I think it would be considered a contravention of course, at least the values and social norms of said cultural community. So I think that's something. Once again, this is a look at an internal issue in the Black community rather than an external issue, an internal issue in the Black community. We always talk about those are issues that we have to address. So that's a particular issue there. Once again, family, if you're watching, make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the hype button as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, and of course donate to of course Lumumba Speaks and of course Beacon Online Network. You can do so via the super chat, of course, Venmo, or of course Cash App. So once again, family, the link is in the description. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Definitely want to hear from you all regarding this issue. Regarding is it respectability politics or is it professional development or is it anti-black policy coming from of course the HBCU? As you all know, you do not have to cam up to be part of the conversation. You do not have to cam up, and you can use a pseudonym if you so desire. So you can use a pseudonym if you so desire. Looking forward to hearing from you all. Of course, this is Dr. Bakari K. Lumumba of LumumbaSpeaks.com. Once again, in conjunction with Beacon Line Network, the Pan-African social media extraordinaire, in the home of African-centered news and information. So tap in, family, be part of the conversation. Want to hear from you all regarding, is this a situation in which this is respectability politics? Is it respectability politics? Is it, of course, professional development? Or are some of the naysayers right, and this is simply an example of anti-blackness and, of course, higher education? Many of you may be aware that I wrote an article in the Journal of Blacks in Higher Education, and definitely want to hear from you all regarding if you think that is the case. So tap in, family, be part of the conversation. Would love to hear from you all regarding this issue. So hope to hear from you all. Don't have a lot of people tapping in today. Wonder why that is the case. It is, of course, a Monday. But once again, family, you're watching LumumbaSpeaks.com, Anti-Blackness, Professional Development, Respectability Politics. Once again, Tuskegee University has they created a policy preventing students from wearing bonnets and pajamas to class and in the on-campus cafeteria. So want to hear from you all, family. And if you're unaware, Tuskegee University, of course, is located in state of Alabama, and it was built by Booker T. Washington. Of course, Booker T. Washington, considered by many to be one of the greatest higher education administrators in African American history, and at one point the most powerful black man in America, of course, at the turn of the 20th century. Of course, we know he had a great debate with, of course, W.B. Du Bois regarding what type of education should be provided to African Americans, liberal arts or classical education, or one that is rooted in pragmatism, right? And if you haven't read his seminal text, Up from Slavery, which was published in 1901, you definitely need to do so. It's part of the canon, of course, of African American literature. And then, of course, we know Du Bois clapped back. He responded in 1903 with his seminal text and canonical text in the discipline of sociology, Souls of Black Folks. So definitely want to make sure that you get your reading in. But once again, family, this here, we want to really have a discussion regarding the Tuskegee University dress code, one of the more famous HBCUs. And of course, we want to know, do you believe this is respectability politics, professional development, or is it anti-blackness? As I said it before, there have been a lot of individuals who have argued online that this is an example of anti-blackness in higher education. Of course, there have been a number of individuals who have pushed back and stated that bonnets and pajamas is not representative of Black culture, right? So we definitely want to hear from you all there. Once again, we talk about this concept of respectability politics. Many people may be unaware. Respectability politics is a term that came out of the Women's Convention of the Black Baptist Church at the turn of in the late 19th century. And so this concept of behaving in a manner that is deemed, of course, acceptable, respectable by those in power, in our particular situation would be whites. We will see this in the Asian community, even the Jewish community as well. We talk about maybe the Jewish German organization during, of course, World War II. Well, prior to World War II, right, but had this goal of trying to put themselves in a position, a favorable light with those who had power over them, both social, politically, and in many cases economically. We know that led to, it didn't work, but just want to get your thoughts on Once again, this policy, I know there was a lot of outrage, uproar, but I would love to hear from you all regarding your thoughts on the dress code. Is it respectability politics, professional development, and or anti-blackness? So maybe it's a combination of all three, but we won't know unless you tap in to be part of the conversation. So once again, family, the link is in the description. The link is in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts regarding this issue. So tap in, and hopefully we can have a productive and fruitful conversation this afternoon. Yes, so definitely want to hear from you all. So if not, we probably will close things out sooner rather than later. But at the end of the day, I definitely appreciate everyone who's tapped in the past week or two. Hopefully next time we have a more robust audience. Until next time, family, y'all know what to do. Peace. Before you go, make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you for supporting the channel. And remember, here at Lumumba Speaks, we always bet on Black. Peace.